What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the rebirth of the 1997 Jax Mazda Miata. As you know, if you've been following the channel, I had plans for this car. Those who saw the early videos, we were doing the coilovers. I bought the brakes and then had an unfortunate incident with a BMW X5. Honestly, when that happened, I truly did not speak to anyone for 24 hours. I had no idea what to do with myself. I had spent so much time working to save for the car, to buy the car, to have all the issues with my first purchase of my first Miata, to finally get this Miata, to finally put the coilovers in, to finally get everything. Like, everything was on the right trajectory, and then I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I should have it fixed with insurance. I didn't know if I needed to have it fixed myself. I didn't know if I should even keep putting money into this car. Was it even worth it? I was really at a loss, and it took me about 3-4 days to kind of like come around to the concept that this had all actually happened. Tried to take it to multiple repair shops. Shout out to Bells and Vaughn for just being so helpful and just gracious in Pasadena, California. Those guys were awesome. And honestly, they gave me a real like upfront answer. The guy was like, hey man, like just to straighten the subframe, it's gonna be about $1,800. We'll fix it, but you know it's gonna be almost the value of the car. And the car, I bought it for $4,130. And to fix it for almost $2,000, I couldn't get myself to do that. So I was really stuck. I was stuck in this place of like, do I just get rid of the car? Because I want to cry every time I look at it. I don't know if I've ever been more upset or more frustrated in my life. After the hard realizations that I wasn't going to be able to fix it through insurance, I wasn't going to be able to fix it through just my out-of-pocket money. I wasn't even going to be able to straighten it on a tree, you know? Sam, you saw some janky videos that Sam and I trying to straighten it out on a tree. Like, Sam, I really appreciated Sam during this whole time because, you know, like, we really did everything we could do to try to fix this car. And so one day, Sam, after listening to me bitch about this car for probably the 4,000th time, shout out to all the homies for listening to me complain about this car so many times, he just said, he looked at me and he said, are you really going to put $2,000 down just to fix the front end and then another $2,000 to buy the parts to build it all back up? I said, no, bro, I'm not putting $4,000 into a car that's $4,000. And he said, fuck it, make it a drift car. Don't worry about the thing. Don't worry about what it looks like. Don't worry about what it is. Just go have fun with it. The whole reason you bought the car in the first place was to take it out to the track, learn how to drive on it, have fun with it, and just to have a good experience with this car. The way it looks doesn't matter. Well, and so like once that idea was planted back in my mind and I remembered that cars are not about what they look like, they're about what they make you feel. They're about the passion, the energy, the drive, the excitement to go out here like we're doing, like this is the coolest day I've had in a long time, out here just driving, trying to learn, trying to practice. And so once that idea was planted in my head, I knew this never was gonna be a drift car. If we're gonna do a Jax drift car, we're gonna do it right. We're gonna buy something to beat on. You know, Sam's got these old Mustang ideas and everybody else wants a 240, so we'll see what happens with that. But the whole concept with this was like that idea got planted and grew back to the idea of like, I bought this car to learn how to race, to go out on the track, to practice on the track, to be bad on the track, to bump stuff, to bump other people. And ultimately, the vision of this car was that, and we're just rebirthing that vision. I'm rebirthing the vision of this Miata. This car, when I'm done with it, this car and myself growing with this car are both gonna be an amazing on the track. That's the point. I'm gonna take this car as it grows, as it gets better suspension, brakes, interior gets done, racing seats, steering, power, rear end. As all these things improve, I want to improve with the car. I want to keep practicing. I want to keep coming out here on the weekends. So when this car's done, it'll look like a professional race car. It'll be built like a professional race car. It'll be stanced like a professional race car. We got those new wheels and tires and brakes all coming in. That's going to be super exciting to get done. Little by little, as this car grows, I'm going to grow with it. So again, now that the front end of this car is completely fucked, we have to start from scratch. So Sam has been planting these ideas of a tube frame in my mind, and the other day he showed me this picture. We'll pop the picture up. But it looks like something beautiful. It looks like something that will reduce the weight of the car. We'll lose the front bumper, build a tube frame, build places on that tube frame where we can jack the car up easily, work on the car quickly at the track, swap tires. Obviously I want to work on the engine, but that's later down the road. I already have the BC Racing coilovers in. I would like to put new lower control arms on so I can, set camber for different race packages. I want to do upgraded steering components. I want to get really fat, probably double the width of these tires. Right now these are 4-inch wides. We'd love to do some research, see if we can fit 8-inch wide tires on here. Obviously better wheels for racing. Interior, I want to put bucket seats in, put a harness in, probably strip the whole interior, eventually put a hydraulic brake in, put a fast shifter in, something that I can pump through gears quickly, put a bigger rear end in it so it can handle more power so that when power does come down the road, we're ready for it. This car needs to be almost stripped down and rebuilt to be ready to show up here every weekend and be a respectable track car, be a respectable track monster. Put some supercars in their place in the corners and then, get flattened out on the straights until I need more power. But as I become a better racer, this car will become a better race tool. And as I grow, the pieces and parts on this car are gonna get torn up, thrown out, better rotors, better discs, better everything. Everything's gonna get swapped around here. And one day you'll look out on the track and you'll see a respectable, quick, fast, little baby Miata.